Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of our Republic of Rukk Stellaris playthrough. We left off, we had just met the Republic conglomerate, our first empire that we've run into, and we were just currently sorting out where our borders are. So I think we're going to continue to do that. I think Slithering Subterfuge. Colonists on Lando Prime are reporting that some homes are now infested with serpents. And many structures are experiencing power failures. We should see if there's a connection. All right, so this is probably not what we want. Force them from the colony with fire or observe these curious creatures. I find with a lot of these, usually taking the science approach usually ends up with the biggest reward. However, it's going to be some short-term pain. But I think we'll probably try that option. So let's go see what's going on in our situation log here. We also have the mysterious labyrinth going on, which I think we are currently paying some energy for, which is not helping our energy deficit. And I worry this might be the same thing. This one's just going to be 31 months of science. So we'll go ahead and start that off. And we have a couple other ongoing, but most of them are artifacts or habitable worlds. So we'll just let that play out. And we have our dig site, which we haven't started doing yet. So where do we have our construction ships? I think we're looking to continue to expand. We just need some influence here. And our other science ship is snatching up that territory. I do think we have... Where are science ships? So you are surveying over here, which I think is a dead end. We're blocked in by these alien vessels. We'll have to get our military ships to take care of. So I'll have this ship finish off this territory. If you hear ruckus in the back, that is my cat that has decided now is time to play. We'll have this ship explore this system. We still have to rush a little bit. We have open borders with the Republic here, which means they can still kind of hop over us and claim some systems, which I don't want. So we're going to have to be a little bit quick over here still. In fact, maybe we'll hold off on building over here. We haven't found where our next, empire is going to be. So maybe we wait till we run into them before we rush those borders. So I'm actually going to go back. We're going to build up some, the science stations that we missed back here, although that will take a little bit more energy. I think that'll be in the long run for the best. So we started working on the science for Lando. And the mysterious labyrinth. We've hit a milestone here. Our communication link to the researchers we sent in the labyrinth was cut off almost as soon as they entered. Nothing was heard for several days as we waited anxiously. As time passed, we resigned ourselves to the loss of our people. Then, once all hope was lost, they re-emerged. However, this has only raised further questions. The researchers claim they have no memory of their study within the labyrinth. The recordings of their expedition are horribly garbled. Furthermore, even though they were in the labyrinth for a matter of weeks, they seem to have aged several years. Disconcerting, to say the least. All right. I mean, I'm more intrigued than I was before, but that's probably not a good sign. All right, so we also have a side ship landing on Jaundice here. A couple things ending here. So the Mu aliens, these I think are just, these are going to be like space whales or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. We picked up some strange readings. Well, let's see what these are. Yeah, I think these are just, oh, they're the ones we're being blocked by. Okay. I'll figure out what they are. I'm also going to return our fleet home, since they're taking resources from us, and I'll see if we have... Oh, ship upkeep. I'm going to hire an admiral for them. It's going to be a little bit of unity, but I think we have unity to spare. And he should save a little bit of energy. Yeah, in fact, we're plus 15 energy now.
Anomaly found.
Well, continue leaving the anomalies. I'm going to get this construction ship. We'll build what we can in here, but we do need to beat them to this station. And then we need to grab a couple of these stations over here as well. Depending on what's in here, we'll either pop over and grab this section because it has a planet that we can actually use. And continue to leave that. I'm tempted to build a third construction ship, but I think that's a little bit of overkill. we'll see. There we go. The entities encountered by our fleets some time ago are space-borne forms of life. Quickly nicknamed Space Amoeba. Following an analysis, gross misreading of initial sensor output, the creature is in fact larger than the average Republic of Rukk corvette. Alright, fascinating.
Communications established.
So we finished the Space Amoeba study. That actually got us some influence, which will be super handy. In fact, if you want to just stop what you're doing and we'll go ahead and build over there while we can. Our mysterious labyrinth. Further expeditions into the labyrinth have yielded varying, at times unnerving result. On one occasion, our researchers were in for mere seconds and could give no answers as to why they turned back so quickly. On another, they were gone for weeks and came back seemingly younger than they had left, and with year-long gaps in their memories. Some groups returned in a better physical state than they had left. Others bore fresh scars and serious injuries. Over time, the signs of the entrance have changed too. Enter your own risk became danger of death, and finally, warning, warning. Do not enter the labyrinth. If you do, the planet will explode. In macabre touch, Republic of Rukk lifeless boulders adorn the walls, though exactly where they came from is not apparent, since there have been no recent unexplained disappearances. It's not clear what further study will bring. As our researchers point out, we have no way to confirm or deny the warning stated on the sign. It is, however, becoming even harder to find volunteers to enter the labyrinth. Interesting. So it's going to cost an additional 10 Unity per month to keep going. But I mean, we have to finish this off. There's no stopping now. We're in too deep. I say let's keep going. I mean, I don't have to go in, so it's easy for me to say that, I suppose.
Anomaly found.
All right, our science ship over here. I think we'll have you continue exploring this branch. We should maybe grab another science ship. Maybe we'll grab another one just because there's plenty of unexplored territory over there that's worth grabbing. And we have no planets in this territory, so that one's not so bad if we don't end up grabbing. And as far as defensive positioning, we'll have to put a defensive post here anyway, so I don't think that's that big of a deal. So for this construction ship, I'm going to move you back here. And this one's going to go grab this system, so we'll let them do that. And with the Space Amoeba, we did finish with them. Are they, I guess they're still hostile. I was hoping that we'd be able to make friends with them, but it doesn't look like that's the case.
System geology chart.
So I'd love to be able to just pass through that system as opposed to having to fight them, but I don't know if we have a choice. Alright, a departure. Contrary to its warnings, the labyrinth's disappearance did not destroy Ulcad Prime. Instead, its departure was quite unremarkable. From one day to the next, it was simply gone. A message was left behind. We thank you for kindly allowing us to study your beings, the beings of your dimension. Ooh. It has proven most useful to our endeavors. Fortunately, you proved sufficiently fascinating to the Ministry of Extra-Dimensional Security for them to provide us with funding for a smooth exit. As a token of our goodwill, we'll leave you a minor space-time anomaly at the site of our laboratory. We hope it will prove diverting. Interesting. So we are mere pawns in an extra-dimensional species game here. So we get a space-time anomaly at Ulcad Prime with the following results. Space-time anomaly researcher jobs +1. +1 space-time anomaly researcher job per 25 pops. Interesting. So we have jobs on this planet. Oh, wow. Produces 8 physics, 4 engineering, and 1, is that just dark matter? Oops, I didn't actually want to move someone to it. Although, I mean, it costs 2 consumer goods there. I mean, that's a really good job. I haven't taken a look at our planets either. I think we should be good on most of them. We have 2 jobs available there, 4 jobs there. I find in the past I have a habit of getting ahead of myself as far as having too many jobs available, and then kind of frustrated when we don't have enough people to fill it. So I'm going to try and go a little bit slower there. Let's see if we can get another scientist as well. Ooh, so I am a little tempted. I'm a little tempted to grab some of these anomalies while we can, but I think it's probably in our best interest to... Oh, I can't actually go there. Oh, I need a scientist, that's why. There we go. You start surveying up this way. And this one's going to branch out over here. Let's see if we can find our next neighbor. And I do worry that we are starting to sprawl, or to you know, our empire is getting a little bit big, but I don't think there's much we can do about that. Breeding grounds. Where is this? Oh, that just took me to the center of the universe. The Amor Alvaro system gives off a strange, hostile impression at first sight. None of its planets are remotely habitable, either scorched by the searing heat of the system's 3 suns, or stripped of life by powerful solar storms. However, there was one life form that appears to thrive in this environment, the space amoeba. Giving up their otherwise fairly solitary lifestyle, they have congregated in great numbers. Floating in and out out between the blistering hot inner system and the large gas giant further out, what appears to be an elaborate breeding ritual. Interesting. So I think we found the home planet of the space amoebas.
System geology charted.
Which we're not really able to go into because they are hostile to us.
Anomaly found.
So it looks like they're going to stay hostile, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, but that's okay. Let's keep surveying. We're done some science research. 20% bonus. Ooh. I haven't really decided what kind of weapon systems we want to go, but I guess if blue lasers are showing up, we have started to come across other nations, so we should probably start preparing ourselves for combat. All right, so we snagged that system. Is there only 2 research in there? So we're definitely not going to rush this one. These ones with the tomb worlds, I'm definitely intrigued to try and get. So maybe we'll try and grab those because we have decent habitability, so it won't take much before we can actually land on them. Jaundice Prime here. So what do we have? Our main planet, I think we're going to start going further into energy. Ooster Prime, I think, is going to be either mining or industrial. Mining or industrial. Oh, so I think Lando, we were going to push for energy as well. I mean, we have a lot of mining and industrial, but it's probably our best energy planet, so we might as well lean into that while we can. I don't know if we have any energy upgrades just yet. No, we don't. And Jaundice, again, we're probably going to be mining and industrial, which is fine. I think... you know, we use minerals for food, so it makes sense. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and prep that one. And this one has better minerals anyways. So we'll keep that a mineral planet. And in fact, let's go ahead and designate that mining world. This one is also going to be primarily a mining world, I suppose, because we have the bonus there. So we might as well take advantage of that. Mining world. And Euclid here, who we were kind of on the fence, but we'll lean into industrializing. I don't know if there's a... Yeah, here we go. Industrial world. Do we want Forge world? What's the difference here? Industrial district build speed. Artisan upkeep, metallurgist upkeep. We'll shift one job from consumer goods to alloy production if possible. No, I think we'll go just industrial, because we're going to need both to start us off with anyways. And then we can maybe grab another planet to specialize a little further. Although this one we've already built a couple industrial districts. Kind of went counter to what I just said, but that's okay. We'll sort it out later. Okay, so I do want to start expanding out this way when we can as well. Counter at Ophelia. Okay. Made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Ophelia system. from here, we have codenamed them the Theta Aliens. Ooh, what do we have here? Crystalline entities, eh? Well, let's get studying on them. So the nice thing is they do kind of block us. Well, I guess they don't. I was going to say they block us off, but we have a way around here. I take that back. All right, you go build out there. And since we have minerals, let's upgrade our fleet. Oh, the space amoebas are moving by the looks of things. Oh, no. Okay, we can't get there. All right, so we are completely blocked off there. That's okay. I guess we'll have both our science ships. So Maya here, that might be kind of a natural choke point depending on how quickly we're able to expand out there. And let's go ahead and start colonizing Thespia too. Although I just used all of our minerals on ships. We have 200. Do I need to... We should have enough. Did I do something wrong here? No, there it goes. Thespia Prime. Let's start colonizing.
Special project complete.
Serpents are being drawn to the source of electrical energy, possibly seeking nourishment or pleasure. If we can alter our energy source, perhaps they'll find it distasteful or painful. So depleted energy modifier for 10 years. So remember how I said usually taking the the science route usually works better for us. Not in this case by the looks of things. That sucks.
Geology charted.
All right, you win some, you lose some, I guess. We'll build what we can there. We might need to move our fleet out. So it's 560 strength. Yeah, we definitely need to level up our fleet before we can do anything there. Finding lots of natural enemies. The Quipuliki. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Let's go ahead and see. We got some infiltration on you. Let's go ahead and actually gather some information. And see what they're all about. What did we just research? Oh, bonus to minerals. That's good. I don't think we necessarily need robots just yet. So I'm going to go for more minerals. We'll keep leaning into minerals while we can. A tomb world. We found, all we've pretty much found are tomb worlds, like desert planets. It's been quite the interesting start, I have to say. Alright, so we've pretty much discovered everything we can in this side until we're able to break through over there. So I might have this science ship just grab a couple of these anomalies. They're fairly nice and easy. The crystalline, so yeah, alright, so they are just crystalline entities, that's fine.
Anomaly found.
Alright. Sinister sibilants. Just as we have observed the invading serpents on Orlando Prime, they're watching us. They have found ways to infiltrate and randomly operate our vehicles, computers, and mining equipment. Ooh, okay. I underestimated them. We know that the Ophidians have a simple language. For the sake of diplomacy, our scientists now refer to them as Ophids. They refer to themselves as the Hiss. But we often mispronounce that name, which infuriates them and leads to more biting. All right, so let them feed on our power source. Activate the universal translator. Interesting. Mobilize shock troops. Attack with incendiaries. Are these like a... Like, these aren't actually like an extra... Like a... I forget what you call the species. Interesting. No, let's go ahead. Let's try and translate. We're not the bad guys here. We're interested in science. We're interested in you know, the rights of other beings. They were here first. I think the least we can do is listen to their pleas. I mean, that's probably going to backfire on us, and I'm going to regret saying that, but There's only one way to find out, I suppose.
Anomaly found.
More anomalies?
Accretion complete.
Unexpected mineral seams. On Jaundice Prime, geological surveys on Jaundice Prime have revealed that the planet is richer in minerals than we thought. After calibrating our sensors to penetrate deeper into the ground, we have discovered several promising mining sites. Should we direct additional resources to probing efforts, we might yet uncover deeper veins of useful ore. Ooh. So no more funding, we can just get 3 additional mining districts or probe deeper. Well, this could backfire on us, but I think we should definitely look a little deeper, see what else we can find. Hopefully this isn't able to backfire, because I mean, at the minimum 3 additional mining districts, that's fantastic for us. But if there's more, let's see if we can't ferret it out. There we go. We've received a communique from a previously unknown space-faring empire that called themselves the Lavis Cabal. They claim to have learned of our existence, listening into the communications of another empire they were in contact with. So they probably find us through the Quipulki. Interesting. Interesting. Imperialists. The Bandit Kingdom. They sound fun. You hacked into us. And now you call us friend. Bah. The Lavis Cabal will remain vigilant. We didn't hack into them. We pursue true equality. Do not stand in our way. Oh, and we have found more. The Iknir Val Divine Mandate. Spiritualists. Theocratic Republic. The ring greetings from the revered Elder Kulpax. Alright. Again, we pursue true... I don't want to be too friendly. We don't know what we're dealing with. Ooh. Theocratic oligarchy. More evangelizing zealots. This is getting overrun with spiritualists. So I think they are... I mean, they're closing their borders to us. That's off to a great start. I have to imagine that they are in a federation with each other. Is that what we're dealing with here? Yes, an unknown federation. So if we have one enemy, we have 3. I think we might need to start trying to become more friendly with the Quipulki. Although we are hard up for diplomats here. But it looks like they're not friendly with these new friends of ours. So let's go ahead and let's just close our borders. Let's be safe. We don't need them exploring our space. We have a new tradition here as well. Ooh, so I think I'm still going to try and rush through and get finish off Discovery before I start something else. But if things start getting a little bit hairy, we might have to switch off and get something that'll give us a bit more of a military advantage. But yeah, I think we definitely need to work at making the Quipulki our friends. Deep veins. Probing the underground on Jaundice Prime is a tedious process. Our scanners do not react out of the ground composition, and shifts in geological layers mean that we have to recalibrate them every time. Still, we have discovered more exploitable veins of high quality ore. Their depths makes the logistics of mining operation more complex than usual. Alright, well that's fine. We're rock people that used to live underground. I think we can figure that out. There has to be more. I feel like we're pushing our luck. But I mean, I can't say no. Although we're running out of things to sell so we can afford it. So one more time. Let's swing big on this. Glancing hit. While approaching Thespia 6, the unyielding mass suddenly received a glancing hit by several passing mass drive-arounds. The projectiles were billions of years old, and based on their trajectory, they appeared to be stray rounds fired from a neighboring galaxy after missing their initial target. Incredible. So we can get some research for that. That's fun. A little drive-by mass drive-arounds. That'll happen, I suppose.
System surface.
Alright, what do we have here? We'll check the espionage in a second. Underworld. The Serpents of Lando Prime have converted some of our mining equipment into transports for traveling between their subterranean world and the surface world. They have damaged our ecology significantly. Although the Hiss are unleashing chaos, our scientists suspect this might be a diversion. They haven't taken all of our mining equipment yet, so we may want to take some of our machines offline for repairs. This is, feels like this is getting much worse. I'm going to send our troops over. We don't have a lot of troops, but we did build a couple troops last time, so we'll send them over to Lando, just in case we need to take back the planet. So we can take the remaining equipment offline, which will damage our mineral gain, which we're doing fairly well there. This is what happens when you don't use enough fire. They keep giving us the option to attack them, and I feel that eventually this is going to swing in our favor. So we'll take it offline. We're not going to resort to violence, although maybe around this point we probably should. We've grabbed that system. Let's move up here and grab this one. They haven't sent out any construction ships, which is good. We completed our information gathering, which didn't really gather us too much in the way of information. There we go. Get a little bit more vision on them anyways, as far as their borders go. More ore, okay. No matter how deep the minerals on Jaundice Prime are hidden, you will find and extract them. It is what we do. Others might give up when confronted with unstable grounds, unfathomable depths, or the logistics of maintaining transport tunnels, but we do not. The underground is our home, and if we know where to look, it will provide. The lower we go, the higher the quality and the quantity and quality of the ore. Our latest samples have even hinted at the presence of more rare crystals. I mean, how can we stop now? Aside from not having the money to continue going. We'll find a way. We'll find a very expensive way. Crap, maybe we just can't. Maybe I take it back. We need 2,000 in stockpiles, and I don't think... Oh, did I buy? I think I bought... when I should have been selling. I mean, that's on me. Here we go. Keep looking. Although it's going to end up being rare crystals, which we just produce on our own anyways. knowing our luck. So I think we'll grab the Bintu system. I'm a little worried about moving our fleets, because I think we might need them at Lando. I want to send them over here just to clear out the amoebas. Oh, also we have an election coming up, which I don't know that we can... Yeah, we don't have enough unity that we can tinker with, so we'll just have to let that play out. As per our Chancellor's mandate, the resource production has improved, so we're actually going to gain some unity. I mean, I take that back, I guess we can. But we've already re-elected Belashir, Add Most. So they get another run. What is their mandate? Does it tell me what their mandate is for this election? I thought it would. Energy infrastructure. At least 2 generator districts. That's our mandate. We can do that fairly easily, I think. New depth has been reached by our surveying expeditions on Jaundice Prime. As predicted, we are encountering clusters of crystals that shine in the vivid of oranges, yellows, and reds when light passes through them. At times, it looks like a brazier is illuminating the caves that we find them in, casting shifting shadows on the walls. We also made a puzzling observation. It looks as if over the millennia, these crystals slowly migrating towards the center of the planet. We are confident that there will be more to find if we dig deeper into the cave. I don't know that we can actually afford this one. Alright, so let's see if we can't... I feel like if we keep going, eventually this is going to backfire on us. But I don't know that we're there yet. I mean, we are probably there yet. I don't think we're going to find a way to afford this. Although I guess we can let it run a little bit. Get a little bit more in the way of resources. Uplift and a gift. The Serpents on Lando Prime are now using mining equipment to travel freely between their subterranean nests and our surface world. Has our technology empowered them in new ways? Our scientists are reporting that the Hiss have scrawled the same symbol near the transports. We suspect they also have a crude written language. These new serpent tunnels are unearthed, have unearthed minerals. I mean, I can't stay mad at them if they're going to fund us continuing to dig on Jaundice here. Although, again, I feel we're flying a little too close to the sun with this. Abandoned cargo pod. A discovered cargo pod was left by someone in the upper atmosphere of Runam 9 long ago. Somehow escaped the notice of other spacefarers, and his decaying orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another few years. Okay. A stash of alien jewelry made out of precious metals. We can melt them down for alloys, we can sell them for energy, study their construction, or keep them. Let's study their construction. We'll get a little bit of research. I don't know that any of these are really worth a whole lot to us in the short term. So we'll just take the research while we can. And I want you to actually build out here. I'm interested in getting the 8 trade value. And I want to make sure that we've got a closed border here.
System survey complete.
There's nothing too spectacular down here. I don't know what's in... Damn it, I knew it! I knew it! The price of greed. Our surveyors delved even deeper to find ore on Jaundice Prime, and more crystals littered their paths. Finally, they reached a gigantic cavern located close to the core of Jaundice Prime, and we lost communication. The last thing we know is that they were in the process of setting up lights and various sensors to study the cave, then screams. Pain, death, destruction. The cause was soon revealed when other geological surveys detected multiple echoes tunneling at tremendous speed toward our colonies. Not long after, amid quakes and tremors, we were attacked by a crystalline entity of tremendous proportions. It is not unlike the spaceborne crystals, but seems to be highly aggressive and capable of using reconstructive capabilities of its kind to reshape its body in an instant. This is really bad. It's one thing to face such an entity in space where our ships can bring their speed and weapons to bear, but another entirely to fight them on planet side. While the core of the crystalline entity remained buried deep, it spawned tentacle-like appendages that dug through the ground, looking to attack us and absorb more crystals to grow. Projections are grim. We might be looking at the end of our colony on Jaundice Prime. Well, that's not cool.
Enemy troops on the rocks.
Troops, okay. So we sent our troops to the wrong place by the looks of things. This is really bad because if we lose this system, then we might be cut off. I knew we were being too greedy. Long expired set of covert codes has just been reactivated. They are linking the operations that we previously carried out on Kolpuchi Conglomerate, from where it would seem a former operative is trying to report back. The message is light on details, but the codes carries markers which signify intelligence on key political figures on the foreign empire. All right. They were valid until quite recently. Let's try and extract them.
Situation log updated.
We need...
Colony launch.
We just lost our colony. That was very, very quick. That was very quick. Crystalline made 15k. 15,000 strength. Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't know that we can get that back anytime soon. Okay. Also, we're blocked from going through that system for some reason. Yeah, because what soldiers do we have? We have 4 soldiers for 112 strength. How do we... I mean, I guess we could bombard it. I guess that's our only option, is to bombard them. That sucks. Alright, well, I mean... I knew it was going to happen eventually. I just hoped it wouldn't actually happen. The clandestine strike team we sent in this place have returned with great haste. It seems there never was a disavowed operative. Instead, what the team found was a subtle evidence of a plot to expose our clandestine operatives. Oh. Alright, well, we fell right into that trap. I feel like we are falling into every trap recently. I don't know that our fleet is big enough to actually do enough damage to this thing. Let's go. Let's try. Also, I don't know if we can actually bombard our own planet. We'll see what we can do. We get a bonus to Unity, which is nice. I haven't checked on our edicts yet, actually. Edicts Fund. What is the Edicts Fund? I think that must be new. But let's get trade. We are going to have to start building starports soon. I don't know what the Edicts Fund is. Oh. Interesting. The Edicts Fund is a separate and static pool of Unity for edicts upkeep. I don't think I knew about this. Well, that's interesting. The more you know, I suppose. Let's keep this unpaused. We've made a couple pretty big mistakes here.
Anomaly found.
The good news is we have a whole lot of territory up here that just seems completely empty. You keep exploring over here. Oh, substance abuser. I mean, it's just lifespan, so that's okay. At least it's not the loss of XP. We're going to have to start backfilling. I don't know if this continues on. So this might be our connection, which basically means is if we can build out to Maya here, that kind of guarantees us all of these planets in here, all these systems, which is a whole lot of territory. So I think that might be what we do, given that this is such a mess over here. Ancient life pod. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Zimtauri IA. It's covered with scorch marks, presumably from the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was more than 5,000 years ago. All right. And the alien was clutching a photo. All right, we'll just take some research from the life pod. And a science ship here. Now that you're done, we're going to have this science ship just going to continue on. The aliens are launching ships now. This is probably a little bit worrisome. The serpents on Lando Prime have patiently waited for a ship to enter the system. Someone thought it would be a good idea to land on our colony, and the starship is now full of serpents. I feel like we can let them have the ship. I'm now regretting our decision to let this get this far. Because what are they going to do? They're going to set up a new planet? No, we're done. We're done playing around. We've had enough things backfire on us. We're going to shoot it down. We've got blue lasers. Let's take the energy while we can. I think so far all of my instincts have been wrong. So maybe we need to be a little bit more aggressive here. I need to stop hoping that things are just going to work out. Because clearly they're not. History. A massive explosion was detonated outside the largest colony on Lando Prime. We will remain vigilant, but as far as we can tell, we have incinerated the last of our Ophidian invaders. I mean, I am a little curious to see where that was going, but I think we have enough stuff going on with the lost colony of Jaundice here. Alright, we have a special project. The Crystal Codex. Where are you? Oh yeah, how about you do that? Do the Crystal Codex, that's cool. Curious as to what that is. A mineral formation houses hologram encoded information. Its structure is familiar, but the sheer data density makes it a challenge. Okay. You get working on that.
Anomaly found.
And I'm tempted. Okay, so now we've done that. We moved our fleet to Jaundice. Are you actually bombarding it? 99%. We're going to end up destroying this entire planet. And I feel like this is probably something we should wait for. Maybe we could use our fleet to take out those crystalline, not the crystalline entities, but the space amoeba in the meantime. Holographic data documents the teams and conditions of a traditional trade treaty between three major alien powers that once dominated this quadrant. Oh, interesting. We get some research, some XP as well, and a bonus to research speed. All right. I mean, if they're still at 99%, I don't think we've been here a long time, but I feel like this is probably a waste of our fleet. All right, we have found some more research here. Let's go ahead and observe that since we're doing our research. Continue building the starbase. I keep forgetting to build this one. Yeah, we'll come back to there. We have 560 strength in Ross can. Let's go take care of that. Orbital speed demon. Our attempts to scan the object in high orbit have been unsuccessful. The object's velocity appears to be increasing over time. Let's try to slow it down then. And hope that this doesn't backfire like everything else we've done. Alright, so the drone successfully intercepted the unknown object's orbit. The object looks to be some sort of box constructed in alien material. Let's go ahead. We can open it. We can study it or get rid of it. Let's go ahead and study it. I want to study it before we open it, given our everything else that's backfired on us. I don't want to just open a random box and hope that everything ends well. Because nothing has been going very well for us. Yeah, we'll up our station research output. Upgrade our mining. Oh, let's grab the mining stations. I mean, we are leaning really heavily into mining, but I think once we start building up more on our industrial world, we're really going to need it. Debris field, strong gravity of Hixios. It's pulled a massive amount of space debris, so we're going to get +3 mining. Excellent, so we'll get that built out soon. We have like a solid arid world and the tomb world. Yeah, we have like a really solid territory to build in. Like, I mean, as far as who we've met so far, I think we're doing really well. Outside of, you know, the issues we've had, we're going to do a little bit more spying. So yeah, you are stranded. Oh, there is nothing there. 672 and there's 694. I think we'll wait till our reinforcements show up. But at least we can get this science vessel out. We can't take any of those swarms. And I might get this one. We'll do some of these tougher researches since we're here.
System survey complete.
And yeah, let's move there. Let's grab that because it has the alloys. And we're going to need some hollow theaters. Because we're going to start needing some amenities on these planets. Alright, let's get that done. Teachings of Warriors. Across the barren fields of Vormia 3, there are indicators of old battles being fought. Beneath the lifeless ground, our researchers on the ISS and Yielding Mass have found bones, metallic shards, and most surprisingly, a container filled with documents. If you send the documents to our homeworld for translation, we can potentially learn more about this war and who fought in it. It would also be possible to simply sell them. No, I mean, why would we sell them? I mean, that's a lot of energy. I take that back. but I think we'll translate it when we've got a little bit of time. Confidence waivers. A group of auxiliary operatives in the Quipulki conglomerate have begun straying away from their assigned tasks, citing the lack of confidence in their overall purpose. Spymaster Bashir Emerton would typically handle the matters without bringing them to our attention, but even without them knowing any details, these operatives seem unusually well informed about Operation Gather Information. Oh, given that they're isolated, we suspect the operatives are being fed information from the outside source. Interesting. So we could cut them loose, or we could let us see what happens. Unfortunately, cut them loose is not an option because we don't have any... Actually, no, we'll cut them loose. I don't want to take chances, especially angering them. We've already kind of done that enough. 503. Oh, we're one short after that sale. Oh, how much do we need? Oh, we need 600 total. There we go. Yeah, we'll cut them loose. Better safe than sorry. I don't want an international incident. They don't really like us a whole lot already. They're still wary, and we do need allies. Finally, our scientists have managed to peek in the alien box without compromising the container itself. By utilizing advanced type of sonar, we've been able to identify the contents. Puzzling, or at least unexpected, the box holds small vials, each filled with an unknown liquid. The box is safe to open, but it will require further research to understand how. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and crack this sucker open.
Situation log.
Let's see what we've got inside. All right, we're at 714 strength for our fleet. Not much over the aliens here, but I want to break through here, so we might as well take a chance. Because taking chances has worked out really well for us so far. And then I think we're gonna we definitely need to start building some starports, I think. Oh crap. Alright, so the unyielding mass recovered it in an elongated metal box from the surface of Ulcad 5. Alright. So we have a special project to determine what is going on. We'll worry about that a little bit later. Oh, shoot. So I didn't think about this. Our shields are nullified in the system here.
Anomaly found.
Which, depending on... I forget what's going to be in here. We could really get wrecked here. Yeah, because we are relying fairly heavily on shields. Oh, there's actually nothing in the system here. Oh, it must be like a roaming aliens. All right, so go get in here and research right away. If they're roaming, I actually don't want to hang out in that system. But and I think this goes for all these systems here. There's some environmental effects in the nebula. The nice thing about this is a fantastic choke, or not here. Right up here, this is a fantastic choke point. If we can take this system, because we can build defensive platforms with no shields, and anyone entering there, they're going to get wrecked. Right, so bonus energy to Ulcad 6. A surprise catch. Our spy master watching over the Quipulki conglomerate reports a surprise, a successful acquisition of a new asset, a sympathetic contact who will be of service to our operation as and when we need them. Excellent. All right, let's see who we've got as an asset. They've got good subterfuge. That is brilliant. So in fact, they will help us while we gather information. It's a good get. It's a good first get. And you need to start building. We're 3 short, eh? And our science ship will get you researching in the system. What's this? The olfactory study? Yeah, you get on that. I could have them start the archaeological dig after that. Let's go ahead and do that. I feel like we definitely need to get our influence kickstarted a bit. Oh, and crap, how long have you just been sitting there doing nothing? You can't get through there. I might send you down this way. We have a whole core of planets in here we haven't even touched. You explore all that. We're meeting all of our free citizen networks wants. You want Science Without Borders, so that's scientific research treaties with other groups. We don't have enough friends for that yet. So you're gonna have to wait a bit. And you go build that. The olfactory box is indeed a document of a sort. A science officer, Baldoon, admits that they had been hoping for a historical record or some kind of codex significant to what the culture left behind. They were disappointed. The true nature of the aromatic box seems to be a collection of fairly short narratives which, going by the rapid changes in odor towards the end of each sequence, are intended to surprise, be interpreted as comedic. So it's fictional writings through smell. Interesting. We'll get some research for that. We have another alien encounter. Ooh. Ooh. What is this? That is a weird light blob. And that is a very cool... I think this might be one of the new enclaves. Maybe it's the Psionic Enclave. I guess we'll have to... We can't send someone there. Oh, we could... Yeah, we'll send our Shar, who's working on relations, and then we'll just pop them back when we're done. That seems reasonable. And as far as reasonable goes, maybe we will build... We'll get a starbase going in here. We haven't built any starbases. This will make a decent choke point. Again, this is an area with shield nullification. And while we're fairly friendly right now with the Kripulki, and obviously they have a second way to go, this will be a decent choke point from obviously anything coming from over here for now, until we can grab this station. But I don't think we have to go very heavy on defenses. So we might be able to make that a trade hub as well, since there's a little bit of trade to pick up in this area. You get building there. When you're done, maybe build into this system as well. We have plenty of untapped resources. And I think, even though we haven't really expanded quite as much as I hoped, this might be a good spot to end this episode. Obviously, we've met a couple new friends. We have made some disastrous choices on our planets. And I think next time, you know, hopefully we'll kind of reach the end of our borders, because once we do that, we'll be able to kind of start filling in our empire. But we made some decent progress today. And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, obviously drop it down below. If you enjoyed your time here, definitely like and subscribe. Join us over on Twitch as well. We're live 3 times a week, currently on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. And hopefully we'll see you again with more Republic of Rukk. See you later.